lively one.
I mean, what do you want me to say to that? I knew you were doing that on purpose.
We'll just start right here then.
Okay. I don't care. I think it's funny to see your face down there making a little mic check.
What she's referring to is me going, because the microphone's right there. All right, we're just going to jump in. Obviously, we're never prepared for this. My apologies last week. That's me. We put business first, which I guess is what we should be doing. Yeah. But putting business first got in the way of the waft, so we apologize. I'm just going to go down what I have, and this is from like 2 weeks ago, so I don't even know what's in here. But the first thing I have, what is the equivalent of my ball sack getting stuck to the side of my legs for females? Like, do your boobs ever get stuck together?
Yeah.
Like,
or like if you get like sweaty armpit and then like your boob gets sweaty, or like inner boob sweat. But it's not like you have to like reach in and pull your ball sack off of your leg. I don't ever have to like pull my boobs out of, like they're fine.
So you don't have to be like, bloop, bloop, and then it's part
I wish my boobs were that close together, but unfortunately they're not. So no, I don't think there is an equivalent because we don't have balls.
Okay. Because any ladies out there that have a gentleman in your life, or maybe you have kids. Maybe I don't remember what age I started pulling my nutsack off the side of my leg. But you'll notice, like, when you're driving, the boys are scrunched, so you kind of got to, like, reach down, pop. Like,
I know, you do it often.
They get stuck to the side of the legs.
Andrew, my brother, always used to complain about that. When he was working at the dry cleaners and he would get really hot, he'd be like, my balls are sticking to the side of my leg. And I was like, I didn't need to know that, but
it's an issue.
I'm sorry.
It's an issue.
I mean, again, like, guys can just shut the fuck up, excuse my language. Like, I'm sorry, you have to pull your ball sack off your leg when it gets hot, but, like, I have to have a period every month with fucking cramps that you see. Like, I die. Like, I'm sorry that you have sweaty balls. Wow.
Period once a month, ball stuck to the leg multiple times in a day.
I cannot wait to get the machine that gives you cramps. Because you will be a bitch about it. It's no fucking joke. And we have to do it every month. You have to get hormonal. You got to have mood swings. Like,
once this podcast starts making money,
yeah,
we will get that machine and we'll do it on an episode.
Yeah, because I have the worst menstrual cramps, and Dwight is, I mean, he's sympathetic, but I'm like, I want you to feel this fucking pain.
I am sympathetic because I'll ask her, I go, how are your cramperoons?
Cramperoons is what he calls them.
Does anyone else call them cramperoons?
Yeah. I mean, maybe
how are your cramperoons, people?
Makes it a little more lighthearted when you feel like you're getting stabbed in the ovaries.
Yeah, I've seen what you go through. It doesn't look fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't look fun.
So when guys complain about, like, their balls sticking to their leg, I'm like, I have no fucking sympathy for you.
Yeah. Next. We're on a mission, people. We're on a mission to have sex in all 50 states.
We are. I mean, we're on a mission to have sex.
That too.
But also in all 50 states.
California, Arizona, Colorado. Don't worry about that one, Pam. Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Kentucky, Maryland, Arkansas. Is that all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're at 9 with hopes of knocking 2 more. I think we're going to get double digits by the end of the year. 3, Vegas for convention.
Vegas. I mean,
yeah. So we're going to have sex in all 50 states. And that's that.
Goal. Just a little goal you set for yourself, right?
Yeah. You got to dream big, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Speaking of sex, good segue into the next thing I have here. I'm curious, listeners at home, or older listeners like Carol McConnell, have you ever walked in on your kids doing the no pants dance?
Or have your parents walked in on you doing the no pants dance?
What? Or if you're young,
As a parent, have you walked in on your child?
Or
as a child, have you been walked in on by your parents?
Because we were reminiscing the other day, and Cindy Coulter, my mother, I think how it's our mission to have sex in 50 states, I think my mom wants to walk in on us.
I mean, she's walked in on us twice.
No, she hasn't. It's almost happened.
Almost. She doesn't know she's walked in on us twice.
Since we have a lot of stuff on my list here, actually. The quick 2 stories were the first one we were in Kentucky. I had an upstairs, and we were sleeping on an air mattress that was no bigger than like this.
It was a twin air mattress.
It was a twin air mattress.
This was back when like that lust thing that honeymoon phase is a thing, and we're like dedicated, so we have sex on a twin air
We
mattress.
slept on the fucking thing.
Yeah, I know.
How,
Now
I
that
don't
wouldn't
know.
happen. I'd be like, it's too small and uncomfortable. Fuck that.
Yeah, but it
back
was
then,
so my parents were like downstairs, and we decided to sleep upstairs in this tiny little air mattress. And thank God it was when we had Frank and Macklemore were still like being barricaded, so we had like the baby gate somewhere on the stairs.
Yeah.
So my mom was like trying to get over that as the door was closed, and then I hear like my name,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what?
The only other time you've reacted faster is when you shit your pants.
When I shit my pants, yeah, that's the only time I've ever moved that
This
fast.
was also like real quick, like put some pants on, pretend like nothing was happening.
And the other one was at my parents' house, and
Did we lock the door?
We
and
locked-
then your mom like jiggled
we locked the door, and my
Yeah.
mom just,
She kept
Mom,
jiggling
knock!
it.
Knock! I don't care if I'm 27, 29, 32, or 12.
Yeah.
Knock!
No, don't
That's
just
not,
open the
not
door.
not just my parents. Any parent or any adult in general. If the door is fucking closed and
Knock.
it's probably a private setting, knock.
Which leads us to Pam Harbour and how the door doesn't lock.
I didn't have that down, but
Yeah.
yes, Pam, just an FYI, when we come and stay at your residence in Colorado,
We're probably not having sex, but
Yes, in the event that
in the rare
something
occasion
is
that
happening
we
in there,
do.
you can lock the door from the outside, like when you come in, but we can't lock it from the inside. So, when you listen to this, anytime you enter that room ever again,
just knock.
you knock and you yell the code word banana. And we will let you know
Really?
that the monkeys are in or out of the tree before you can enter.
Oh shit. Moving along.
Moving along. I think the next thing that's kind of like the fuck sticks with parking is tipping. I had a good conversation with like Callista, Lisa, and a few other people the other day about tipping, where do you tip off the subtotal or tip off the tax? And I think a lot of us, me included, are dum-dums and are tipping off the tax, which is the higher amount.
Right, and you should just remove the tax because there's no reason to tip on the tax.
And also on top of it, I'm going to normalize this. You should not feel bad if you only tip 10% or 15%. Like if they come over to your table, hey, how's it going? Take your order, fill your water or your Diet Coke or whatever it is, like once, come back 1 or 2 times and that's it. Why the fuck should I tip 20%? Like, it's not my fault your boss pays you $2. You did what you're supposed to do. Awesome, I appreciate it. So here's a 10% tip. I'm still being gratuitous. I'm shocked that I said that word correctly. But I shouldn't feel bad for only tipping that. You're going to probably say differently because you were raised the way you were.
No, I mean, I agree that 20% to me is like extraordinary above and beyond service. You know, like if it's like David Harbour and they're having a conversation and cracking jokes and whatever, like
Yes.
that is like a 20%. I think normal is like 15, but I agree that in like when we went to Mexican, he literally filled our waters once and took our order and that was it.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would, you know?
I did the math after tipping and it was like 14%. And I felt dirty about it, but I'm like, no, I shouldn't. Like I'm slowly bridging myself down to be like 20% shouldn't be the norm or 15% shouldn't be the norm. Like 10% should be the norm. And then if they actually do above and beyond, but I can't imagine if I added up all the monies I've tipped over the last like 10 years when I stopped being a cheap ass and actually like tipping 20%. See, I shouldn't even say that. It's being a cheap ass. Like, no.
Yeah.
It's an interesting debate, and I'd love to hear the feedback on it because I get the side of the token where servers, that's how they make their money. Mm-hmm. But why are we paying their wages? I think you had a good one a few episodes ago where we talked about it. It's like Starbucks never asks for a tip.
Yeah.
Well, like.
Yeah, a lot of times
Dunkin'.
I always feel bad because I go to Dunkin' if I want to treat myself to coffee rather than a local coffee shop because the local coffee shop is already charging me more and then they ask for a tip. Whereas at Dunkin', like I can get a $3 coffee with no tip and then I'm just paying $3. So it kind of almost takes away from local business because I'm having to pay $7 if I go to Zen and a tip. Whereas if I go to Dunkin', I'm paying $3 and I can get 3 days worth of coffees at Dunkin' for the same price.
Perfect segue into what I have here. It's bullshit that you have to pay more to eat healthy. If you want just egg whites
Yep.
or a side salad instead of the French fries, or almond or
It's
oat milk.
Always an upcharge.
Which
if
almond
you-
milk is literally readily available at the grocery store.
Yes, now it is. I get back in the day why they had to charge for almond milk, but now you don't. It's everywhere. It's the same price. And like, I'm lactose intolerant, so I literally can't have milk, but you're going to charge me more for a health disability that I have. And it's the same with like, if you go to a place and you're like, oh, I would like fresh fruit instead, or a side salad instead, it's an upcharge. Like, I get like a salad might cost more than French fries, but at the same time, you shouldn't be penalized for trying to eat healthy.
The place, I forget what it was called, we had in Kansas City.
The Shack in Kansas
Shack
City.
in Kansas City, they literally had a thing that said, no
upcharge
upcharge
for
to
eating
eat.
healthy.
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
Because you know what I saw the other day is if you don't invest, I was talking to Wade about this, shout out Wade, invest in your wellness, then you are investing in your illness later on in life. And so it's like, either pay for your wellness now. Like, when people are like, oh, Cycle Bar, it's so expensive. Like, you can definitely find cheaper gym options to be healthy. Like, I'm not saying you have to pay for Cycle Bar. You can go to Planet Fitness for $10.
But we appreciate you paying for Cycle Bar.
Please come to Cycle Bar. But if you aren't investing in your health and your wellness when you are younger, then you're going to be paying it later on in your illness. So I think it's stupid to upcharge people for wanting to eat fresh fruit and wanting to eat a healthy salad, and upcharge me for almond milk because God forbid I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah, because even though my fat ass is always going to pick the like French fries and the unhealthy option, when you sprinkle it on there, like a Caesar salad is the worst type of salad, but I will eat a Caesar salad.
Yeah, he doesn't actually eat vegetables.
Just for this.
Dwight, I mean, breaking news, if you guys didn't see on the news, that eating a hot dog takes 35 minutes off of your life. So Dwight has now been banned from eating Costco hot dogs.
Yep.
Because
my life's ruined.
35 minutes off your life for processed meat. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So no more Costco hot dogs.
But when I see on a menu like $1 more for the Caesar side salad, I'm like, I'm probably gonna get the French fries anyway because it's gonna fill me up more and I just enjoy it more. But as soon as you show me upcharge on it, I'm out.
Yeah.
So you're literally,
there shouldn't be a price for eating healthy.
Correct. And the reason, how you said you pay for wellness now or you pay for your illness later, the reason people don't pay for it now or choose the cheaper option, it's because it's easy. Mm-hmm. People choose
the easy option.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to invest in yourself. Like, we're not a personal trainer per se, but some people are motivated by that one-on-one and need a personal trainer. But like, guess what? Personal trainer is expensive. But if you actually would put it into comparison to a medical bill 30 years down the line, it's just really tough to do. It's looking at short-term versus long-term and also what's easy.
Yeah.
So, little rant-ski. Mariah, shout out. One of these days, we're going to have you on a little picture-in-picture, maybe right here between us.
Yeah, Mariah's face.
Mariah just pops, hey guys!
Yeah,
I don't know if that's how you sound, but Hurricane is what I like to call her. Mariah is the $8 episode 12 sponsor of the week. We have one more episode next week, Epi 13, season finale. We're not committing to it.
Okay.
Just stay tuned.
Okay.
May or may not be the episode or the season finale next week. You just have to stay tuned and wait to find out. Also, where the fuck's our intern at? You get us an intern, we'll keep doing this on a weekly basis. There you go. How about them apples? Mariah is the $8 sponsor. We're looking for $9 next week, people. $9. The fact that we've got this far, I am fucking shocked. Yeah. I thought we were stopping at $3. And it's not just like her mom paying us money either. So, also shout out anonymous donor, Mary. Appreciate you. You're getting the shout out every week. Much love. So Mariah sent us a bunch of questions. I know we have a lot of listeners here that are Cycle Bar members, have been to Cycle Bar, so this is going to make sense to you. If you do not come to Cycle Bar, you might be a little lost because she sent us a bunch of questions pertaining to our staff and like who is the most likely to do certain things. And she just wanted to know our answers. I don't think we've looked at these in over 2 weeks, so it's just going to throw them out. We're going to rapid fire it. Most likely to bail someone out of jail at 3 a.m. Rebecca.
Yeah, we decided on Rebecca.
Rebecca, you're there.
She's who we call.
Yeah, she's like Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call?
Rebecca.
Most likely to end up in jail. Mariah. Most likely to sleep through class. Grace.
Grace, for sure,
there we go. Most likely to hit a parked car. Anyone on our staff, not named me. Yeah, I'm throwing that shot
No,
out there.
Rebecca wouldn't hit a parked car.
Rebecca too, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like K-Sam's a good driver too.
K-Sam has parked like a fuck stick out there before, so
Okay. But
she gets here early enough so that she might not hit him. But
yeah.
Pretty much any one of our staff, would fall into that category. Most likely to be in a reality TV series, K-Sam.
Yeah, I think if it's like K-Sam loves reality TV. If it's like Survivor or The Challenge, like K-Sam would thrive.
Yeah.
So she needs to try out for reality TV. If it's like The Bachelor, I feel like probably Mariah should go on.
No, I feel like a sneaky one with The Bachelor. Even though she's married, I could see like Hannah being on.
Hannah would be great on The Bachelorette for sure.
Yeah, I could see
too
Hannah
bad
in
she's
that
married.
role. That's what I'm saying. The hypothetical, JJ, don't worry. You're not watching this anyway, but don't worry. Most likely to win the lottery, either me or Mariah. You create your own luck.
Create your own luck, and you guys would do that. Mariah would buy one and be like, "Oh yeah, I won!"
Yeah.
And then she'd probably forget to redeem it, and she would lose the ticket.
This is a great one. Most likely to become a nun, her.
100%. Yes.
Most likely to get a speeding ticket on the way to the studio. A lot of that's kind of like the hitting a parked car.
Yeah.
A lot of our staff.
Yeah.
Most likely to break a world record. What record did they break? Top of my head, first thing I thought of is most poops in a day, me. Don't know if that's an official record or not, but if it is, I'll go for the gold.
I feel like you would, I don't know what record because you're like so driven. I feel like I could also see like Rebecca breaking a record for something, longest hair.
I could also throw maybe Grace in there just for the fact that she's like young, so I feel that she could get a group of like college kids together to break something.
Break some type of record.
Yeah. Or Aaron maybe doing like some.
I'm gonna break a record. No, I'm gonna have the longest living cat.
Oh.
Because Macklemore is gonna live forever.
There you go. Aaron's gonna break a record for most views on
a reel.
On a reel.
Yeah,
that's what
check
she's
out
going
her
for.
reels. Yeah.
Most likely to join the Secret Service. You don't know. It's secret.
Most likely to join the Secret Service. Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, yeah.
Jordan is
100%.
like low key, like
She was, law school.
no one knows she went to law school.
Yeah,
has a law degree.
100% Jordan.
Yeah, she's very like under the radar.
Most likely to have a successful presidency, Aaron. I think Aaron is like sneaky people pleaser, bubbly.
You can't not like Aaron.
Yes. So Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron 2024. Who's your running mate?
Lucy.
And then most likely to be unaware of what's happening in the instructor group chat. Probably one of us because we usually just don't look at it because
I silenced it.
Yeah.
So probably me because number one, I go to bed at 8 o'clock, and so that it happens in the evening, and I also silenced it.
Yes. So there you go. Rapid fire. Hopefully we kept it somewhat entertaining for you. Mariah, great use of those $8 there. Who's gonna spend $9 next week? This was rolling over for 2 weeks now, but it goes to the next line. Don't read it. We're running out of time, but that's been there for 2 weeks now. I'm dying to know.
I mean, that's our topic next week.
It's a great
question.
It's a great question. So.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, we'll wrap things up with the fuck stick of the week, and we got 2 of them. First, it's me. Because I locked us out of the house this morning at 5 in the morning as we were trying to come to Cycle Bar, and we couldn't get back in the house because I deadbolt the garage door, and the front door was locked, and the back door was locked, and we really don't have any windows to pry open. And Macklemore doesn't have any thumbs to let us in from the inside.
Yeah.
So
that was like an oh shit. I shut the door, and Dwight just goes, fuck! And he was like, I don't have my keys. And we're standing out there with Chipper. It's 5 a.m., and we have class at 5:45. Honestly, it was one of the most terrifying like studio moments because I was like, shit, like we are gonna have to cancel class because we are not gonna be in the studio in time. Shout out Steph Kremla, who we called.
Steph Kremla was coming across town to pick us up. I think you kept your composure very well,
because I knew you were heated, and so I'm like, okay, you have to decide what are we doing with class and how are we getting into the house.
We texted the class, let them know. First, we got a hold of Steph, Steph's like, yep, shout out Steph a million times over.
Yeah.
She was on her way, and then we texted the class saying, like, we'll be there, but, like, right at the time of class, and our shout out to everyone in that class that like we got here with like 3 minutes before, and they're like, what can we do to help? You guys are amazing, but I'm still a fuckstick for locking us out. And I also got us into the house as Steph was pulling like into our driveway almost, because I looked on YouTube. I'm like, how do I get into a house that's locked? And then it said like credit card, and you jimmy it in the door. Guess what? It fucking worked.
Yeah.
And I got us in the house with a credit card,
Yeah.
which is also terrifying too, that it was that easy
Always
to get back in.
deadbolt your doors.
So if you ever need a locksmith, don't pay for those overpriced guys on Google. Call me.
Yeah.
I got you. If I can't figure it out with a credit card, you're fucked. But it was an adventure. So I'm fuck stick of the week number 1. Fuck stick of the week number 2, and the more important fuck stick. People who stop in the middle
Or block.
of the aisleway, or block an aisleway in the grocery store, or if you're just out at the mall or just walking in a public place. People that just are oblivious and just stop in the middle or block traffic. You're a fuck stick.
Yeah. It happens at Trader Joe's often, where people will be going down the aisle and then they literally just stop and I'm right behind them, and then we all kind of back up and you have to like go around, but the aisles are narrow.
It's annoying because if you do it, just be like, oh, my bad, sorry. And then you usually pull your cart to the side and give them one of these. I mean, maybe it's just me that gives them one of
give
these.
Them one of those, yeah.
But I'm like, my bad, I'm a fuck stick, and I'll pull my cart to the side. But I dare say it, more often than not, someone just like stops, will look over here, putts a little bit, look again, and clueless to the fact that whether there's one person or 7 people behind them, that they're holding up traffic. And like, I want to donkey punch him in the back of the head, but I know that's probably not allowed or legal, so I'll just call him a fuck stick under my breath. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I'm sorry if it's a guy. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. And then as I pass him, oh, fuck stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, rapid fire, episode 12. Don't really know what the hell we just talked about. Do we ever?
Nope. All I know is that my butt cheeks are falling asleep.
Her butt cheeks are falling asleep.
Clearly this has been a long enough episode.
Long enough episode. Episode 13 next week. We need a $9 sponsor, and it may or may not be the final episode of the season. We need an intern. Put your fingers up. Peace out. Stop picking your wedgie. Cub Scouts.